James Baddock, and the book is Berlin Endgame. It's actually the third book in a series that features the same two characters throughout. When I finished the second book, I'd always had the idea of setting a third book during the Berlin airlift. It was just a question of finding a suitable plot. Once I started researching the Berlin airlift, I was actually quite surprised to find out just how much of a knife edge the whole situation was. It was almost the Cuban Missile Crisis of the 1940s. So what I was doing was putting in a kind of a fictional story that potentially would push the whole thing into an armed confrontation between East and West. And using the same two characters as I'd already used made sense. Berlin has all sort of connotations about East, West, Cold War, that sort of thing, as well as, of course, relating to World War II. Whilst Endgame gets across the idea of something that's right on the edge, something almost final, which is exactly what the book describes. And I think with Berlin Endgame as a title, it's got to be a spy thriller. A lot, actually. It was while I was doing the research that I found out just how close we did come to an armed confrontation. But I needed a lot of information about how long it lasted, what the conditions were like, and what the exact political situation was in Berlin and also in Western Europe in terms of whether Berlin was going to be defended or not. I just came up with an awful lot of information about just how close West Berlin came to collapsing. There is a fair amount of Cormac in me, although I don't think I'm quite as vicious or as ruthless as he is. He might be a kind of fantasy figure, I suppose. I think the message is that even today, with the Cold War over, there's still an awful lot of distrust in the world, and really you've got to try and make sure that you do the right thing, no matter what your private beliefs might be.